Welcome back to another brand new video, you guys. It is Monday. We are continuing with a handstand push-up. Today we'll be covering 4 different drills to get us closer to doing our actual first handstand push-up off of the ball. We're going to be starting with a warm-up as always, warming up the wrist with some wrist mobility. We're going to set up in a quadruped position. That's hands and knees. Stack the joints, wrist, elbow, shoulder. We're going to start by leaning forward, getting a little bit of pressure on those wrist flexors. And then we're just gonna rock back and forth a couple times. We're gonna do the same thing, and then we're just gonna kind of shift the hand placement around here. We're gonna go circular motions, both directions, a couple times. We're gonna rotate the digits or the hands all the way back, and then now we're gonna rock again back, get a little pressure, forward lean, back, forward lean. And we're just gonna do this a couple times. Same thing, just warming up those wrist flexors, those wrists, because anytime we are inverted, our hands become our feet. We're gonna start with movement number 1. We are doing a pike lift off directly from the floor. It is a lot easier to be elevated, but we're gonna try to progress that today by doing it directly from the floor. I'm gonna set up like I would for a pike push-up. I'm gonna lean forward until my feet start to lift up off the floor. And ideally, I want to bend a little bit. Just like that. So rock forward, same thing, up, forward, forward, whew. Ideally, you don't want the head smacking the floor, but clearly, I'm not at the necessary level where I have the strength to refrain from that. But if I start working on this now, eventually I will get that. I think for today, we are gonna add a little bit of elevation. So I'll probably use maybe 2 yoga blocks or something like that, and then I'll do the same thing. But in the meantime, let's move on to drill number 2. We're doing an actual pike push-up to develop the necessary strength to press. Elevated, of course. Elevated is much more demanding just because you have more weight on you. So we're gonna elevate the feet today. We've typically been doing this with a bench. Let's see if we can go a little higher today. Pike push-ups, we are working from the legs today, much higher elevation than we typically would. Again, just progressing the movement, making things harder for ourselves as the body starts to adapt to the drills or exercises we're already doing. So I'm gonna set up here and we're gonna do some pike push-ups. 1, 2, 3 reps, whatever we can get. As soon as your quality breaks or your form breaks, you kind of know you're done. So set up, take your time to set up. The way you set up will dictate if you finish correctly or incorrectly. Hips directly over the shoulders. Okay, keep the elbows tucked. Take a deep breath in, core is tight. Nice. Damn, see if we can get one more. Oh, fuck. Oh, man. Whew, 2 reps. But again, that's a progression to what we're already doing. So anything above that is extra credit. That was nice. 2 reps, not bad. Let's move on to drill number 3. Today, if I haven't mentioned or you haven't caught on, they're all just pushing movements to work on overall strength. We do have one bonus movement today, just something for fun that I want to throw in that I kind of do sporadically. Today we're going to be working with the core on a PVC pipe, but you'll see that soon enough. Movement number 3. If you guys have been following the videos along, you know we are currently working on this one here, the pike lift off, with elevation of course to a full-on inverted handstand. I've really been enjoying this. I've just been feeling better, stronger, more controlled whenever I do these over and over, and that's kind of the goal. If I'm not feeling like I'm progressing or getting better, then that's kind of when I would sit down and reassess my programming and so forth. But this is feeling great, so let's get right into it. Drill number 3, pike lift off to a full inversion. And then I just shift my weight forward until the feet come up. That is just feeling so much better, so much more controlled, easier to lift off, easier to get into my handstand inversion, and then hold, and kind of just finding that 0 point, where my body finds true equilibrium as far as not going too far forward or too far back to lose my balance. We'll take a short break and then we'll go again. For reps on these, again, once your quality breaks, you know you're done. I'll probably do 2 more. Let's go again right now, fuck it. Static. A little higher this time. Not fully supported on the shoulders. Nice. And right back down. So that in itself is a little progression. That made me real happy. I'm able to kind of start pushing further away from the weights. So now for the last one, I'm really going to try to push as far out as I can. And over time, this lever, this flex position, will go into a fully extended lever. And that's kind of the goal. So I'll take a short break. I'll do 1 more. And then we'll finish with our final movement, the fun exercise. Kind of throwing a random thing in there, but still working on our entire body. And encompassing stuff that I personally want to get better at, right? Your program should be dealing with your goals, your abilities, your current status in life, you know, wherever you are. Do you have full limbs, full motor unit control, all that? So just think about that. But I'm gonna do 1 more, and then we'll shift over to the PVC pipe. I'm gonna try to stay a little further away this time. Maybe here. See how this one goes. Ready? Push. Damn! Closer and closer. All right, let's move on to the last one, PVC pipe. Okay, so I have a PVC pipe here. It's a bit bent, but it's all good. It'll serve its duty, its purpose. So what I'm going to be doing here, I'm going to work a lot on my core strength, but I'm only utilizing the PVC pipe as my support system, meaning my body has to find every ounce of stability to get my hands up and down this thing. Okay, I haven't tried this in a long ass time. Hopefully I don't need it. Let's see what this looks like. All right, I'm coming up into a core, a plank. A lot of upper body strength is required. As you can see, this shit gets crazy. But the idea is to find things that truly challenge you personally to get better at it. It serves no purpose to continue to do things that we can already currently do, right? We get nothing from that. If you have already mastered and perfected a specific exercise, figure out a way to make that exercise harder for yourself. And typically the idea is to add or recruit more motor units by adding more load. Not necessarily more repetitions per se, but making the intensity greater and higher so that you stimulate more muscle growth and in the end burn more body fat. I'll see you guys on Wednesday.